Hello and welcome to our Fast Start training. We will be getting started in about 4 minutes. If you are hearing me, would you please type in a comment and let me know that you can hear me. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments yet. Just check into the Facebook page here and see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Okay. One more minute. I apologize to those of you who came in a little bit early if you're having to listen to craziness. This is the first time we've used this Outlook for this training because we had so much interest and so many new consultants, which is very exciting. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear me? Okay, well, I'm hoping that this is working. I'm not getting any feedback from you, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Noelle Geiger, and I am the very proud and honored leader of the Glow Girls team of Jamberry Nails Consultants. I've been with Jamberry since March of 2012, and have just experienced amazing relationships, finances, success, and am just really passionate about our company, our products, our opportunity, and our team really believes in excellence through education and encouragement. So you're going to get lots of cheering on by your team members and lots of opportunities for education or training. So first, I'd like to commend you on joining us tonight and working to increase your business. Whether you have just started, you're brand new jam baby, just a few days old, or whether you're joining us for a refresher, welcome and congratulations on investing in yourself and in your business. If you are just getting started with Jamberry, you will have been receiving a series of emails from our home office. These emails are really important, and they give you some step-by-step instructions and bite-sized things to do to start your business. So if you're not receiving these emails, first check your spam folders and make sure that they're not getting caught up in a trash or bulk folder. And then if you're still not seeing them there, double check the email address that's listed in your Jamberry workstation. You can do that by going to jamberry.com and clicking on Consultant Login. I recommend that you save that workstation login page as one of your default screens whenever you log into your browser. It will really save you a lot of time, and it also will help you remember to keep your business at the front of your mind and check your workstation every day. That's where the company sends announcements, clarifications, updates, and all of the information that you need to run your successful business. It also has information for how to contact your upline, your team manager, your sponsor. And if you've not already connected with those people, please do it as soon as possible. I know that they would love to hear from you if they haven't already reached out to you. So what we're going to talk about today is our Fast Start Rewards program. I'm sure that you've already looked into it a little bit, but if not, it can be found in your startup guide, which came in your starter kit. Your Fast Start program, your Fast Start time period for earning is your first 3 to 4 months of business. So Fast Start period 1 is your sign up month plus the next full month. So for instance, if you signed up on the 24th of November, your Fast Start period would be the rest of November and all of December. That requirement is to host at least one party with 150 PRV, that stands for personal retail volume, to sell 500 PRV, and to bring one friend into the business. And that sounds scary to most new consultants, but I'm going to show you how it's not scary at all and how it actually can benefit both of you. And as a reward for reaching that first goal with your Jamberry business, you're going to get a $75 product credit. Now, this is in the US. The amounts are different in different markets. So you'll want to talk with your sponsor or team manager if you are in Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, and find out what your reward is going to be. However, the value is going to be about the same. So these are some examples of things that you could purchase with your Fast Start reward for the first month. You could get 5 lacquers, 5 wraps and a lacquer, the Indulgence hand care set and a lacquer, or 6 wraps. So this is really a way that you can increase the amount of product that you have on hand to show customers and to try out new things. Of course, one of our most popular things for new consultants is our True Shine Gel system. and you can use your product credits towards that, of course. So what you want to do in order to earn those rewards is to get started working your business. So the very first thing that you need to do is host a launch party. Now this is basically like a ribbon cutting for your business. It's letting your friends and family know that you've made a decision to become a Jamberry consultant and letting them know why and what you love about it and sharing the products with them. It's really that simple. There are several exercises that you can use to help you brainstorm a guest list for this launch party. Or actually, I recommend that you have 2 or 3 launch parties. So whenever you do your first launch party, say you've set it up for a Thursday evening, and you call your best friend Mary and you say, "Hey Mary, I've started Jamberry. I'm so excited. I want you to come over to my house on Thursday and play. And I got all my kit. I want you to come play and try the nails and tell me what you think." And she says, "Oh gosh, I'd really love to, but Thursday is Johnny's softball practice, and there's no one else that can take him because my husband works that night, and I'd really like to, but I can't do it on Thursday." Well, having a second launch party already planned gives you a backup and a way to respond to that. So I recommend that you plan one party during the week and one party on the weekend, and that way you can accommodate more of your guests. Then if neither one of those dates work, then it is very easy then for you to say, "Well, it sounds like you are so super busy. I want to show you the products. What's a time that works well for your schedule, and I'll come to you." And then that can turn into one of your first 6 bookings, which you want to do 6 bookings in your first 30 days or sooner. You don't have to wait the whole month to do that. You can do 6 in your first week or 2 weeks if you want to. It's your business. You're in charge. So you want to have 2 in-person parties and an online party. Maybe you just signed up this morning. Your website is already live. Your business storefront is already ready to accept orders. So you can start online orders and catalog parties immediately. You don't even have to wait for your kit to arrive. I'm sure that your sponsor would give you a couple of catalogs to get started. For your launch party, it's very important that you be your own hostess. And what I mean by that is that you do the things that you would expect your hostess to do. So inviting people, sharing the excitement about the product and the company, reminding people and following up on RSVPs when you haven't heard back from somebody, sending out all kinds of things. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But it's, what a lot of people don't do at this point that is unfortunate is they don't make an actual guest list. So it's really, really important that you write down or put it in an Excel spreadsheet, however you like to manage things. Write down the names of the people that you've invited so that you can track who you've followed up with, who's RSVP'd yes or no, and how you need to follow up with them. There is a lot of information in our Jamberry University in lessons 6 and 7 about getting ready for your launch party and actually holding the party. And remember, you've tried Jamberry, you love it. You already know more about the product than the people who are going to be at your party. So there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to put off your launch party until you're better or know everything. Jump in with both feet and get started as soon as possible and earn those rewards. So here's some information on hostess coaching. Your host has 2 jobs. She is supposed to get excited about Jamberry and get people to the party. Those are her 2 jobs. So whenever you are your own hostess at your launch party, your relaunch party, an application party, whatever type of party you're holding for yourself, then this is your job as the hostess. So it's important that your hostess, or you in this case, get excited about Jamberry. That means sharing your personal wish list. I know that you're not getting everything in your kit that you want, so make sure that you're sharing with people what is it that you want to get with your Fast Start rewards, with your host rewards? Because as the consultant, you're double dipping. You're getting the host rewards and you're getting the commission for all of your personal parties, which is amazing. You want to make sure that you have applied the nails and are sharing pictures of those manicures. And you'll want to ensure that your hostesses do the same thing. The second host job is to get people to the party. This is what we talked about a little bit ago. Make a real guest list. When you're working with another hostess, have her provide that list to you. That gives some accountability structure that you know that she's actually done that. She wants to talk about how fun the product is, how much fun the party's going to be, sharing that wish list, sharing pictures of manicures, and sharing links to specific products that she likes, collecting the RSVPs and following up on people that have not responded. And I like to call it mixing up the media. If you send people Facebook invitations and they haven't responded, then maybe they don't have internet access right now, or maybe they don't log on to Facebook more than once a week. So send them a text message. Send them an email, give them a phone call, mix up the way that you're reaching out to people. This is going to maximize your success for your launch party, and it's also going to maximize your hostess's success for their own party. Whenever you are coaching your hosts as you build your business, you want to stay in touch with those hostesses on a regular basis. This is how you move a booking on your calendar to a real party. Just because you've got a date scheduled on the calendar doesn't mean that that's going to end up in a successful party. It's your job as the consultant to reach out to your hostess and share with her what she needs to be doing now. Share it in bite-sized chunks so that she doesn't feel overwhelmed. And that also lets her know that you're still there, you're still invested in the party and in her success. If you book a party, say you wanted to do a direct sales party with somebody else, and we'll say a jewelry party. You went to a friend's party, you were really excited about the products, you liked their host rewards program, so you decided to have a jewelry party of your own. You scheduled this party for 3 weeks from now, and you go home with your little hostess packet in your hand, and you never hear back from that consultant until the day before the party when she says, how many people are coming? Then you as a hostess do not feel confident, and you probably haven't invited anybody because you haven't heard from her and you don't know if she's really going to show up. And you don't want to invite your friends over and then be embarrassed that the consultant didn't show up. So always think of things from your hostess's perspective and approach everything that you do from a place of service. So the first contact with her, giving her the hostess packet and letting her know that she just has 2 jobs. The second contact would be to actually go through the hostess packet. Check with your sponsor or your team manager for what should be included in a hostess packet. The third contact with her should be to check in and see how many guests she has RSVP'd, and to remind her to keep her snacks for her party very simple. This isn't a time to pull out all the stops and do Pinterest-worthy recipes. This is a time for her to relax and enjoy. That's going to help her have more fun, and it's going to encourage her friends to book a party as well, because they don't feel like they have to put on a spread to compete with their friend. And then the final contact is to confirm the time and address and get a guest count. I like to do this on the day before and just say, hey, Susie, it's Noelle. I'm looking forward to your party tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I wanted to let you know I will be there about 5:15. And I wanted to just make sure that I have your correct address, read it back to her, and find out if there are any special instructions that maybe GPS doesn't know exactly how to get me to your house. That is a way that you can talk to her without being, without it seeming like you're just infringing on her personal time. Maybe your GPS is excellent and could get you there and you feel really compelled to skip this step, but I encourage you not to, because it is that last little vote of confidence that lets her know that you are coming. So, what can your host get for being a hostess? What can you get for being your own hostess? Well, our company average is a little over $350 for an online or in-home party. So this is an example of host rewards for a 400 PRV party, $400 US. Your hostess could get all of these things for very little money out of pocket. So if she has 9 guests who purchase the buy 3 get 1 free special, then she's going to get a free wrap, 5 half-priced items, $80 in product credit, free shipping for 3 months, all 3 months of the hostess exclusive, a 30% discount on all additional purchases. So that means that she could purchase, if we just figured just wraps, she could get 15 sheets of wraps, which is $180 retail, for just $47.50 out of pocket. That means your hostess is shopping at a 73, almost 74% discount. This is huge. Most hosts don't really believe that they can get things for free, but they do believe that they can shop at a discount. On this same party, you're going to earn $120 in commission, and if you are at a 5% personal sales bonus for having 500 PRV or more, you're going to earn $140. And again, these are US figures. They'll be higher in other areas. This is amazing. Our hostess program is like no other. Whenever they introduced this in 2013, I seriously thought that there was a typo because it is so very generous. In fact, most of my hostesses don't even use their percent discount or all of their half price items because they're able to get everything that they want with just the free products. So memorize this line of the host rewards chart so that you can very quickly tell a host what she's going to get as a reward for sharing Jamberry with her friends. And always remind her that it's a lot of fun and her friends will thank her for inviting them over. Here's another tip for you for your launch party and for your following hostesses. It's very important to over-invite. Only about 25% of the people that you invite for a given date or time are going to be able to make it. Even if your hostess is doing everything that she's supposed to, if you for your launch party are following up on RSVPs, making reminder calls, things happen. So it's really important that you invite at least 40 people. I would recommend 50 or 60 or more. In fact, if you're in an in-home party situation, you want to invite everybody. No one is offended by an invitation, but people will be offended if they're left out. A consultant told me recently that she had not invited several of the ladies from work because they were older and she didn't think that they would like the cute nails. But she did invite the receptionist who was younger. Well, of course, the older ladies found out about it and they confronted her. They told her that they were very sad that they had been left out and they would have really liked to have come, and it hurt their feelings that they weren't invited. So you certainly don't want to be in that situation, and you never want your hostesses to be in that situation. So it's really important that you invite everyone. This is opposite for online parties. We've all been dropped into a group with 353 of the hostesses' closest friends, if you know what I mean. No introduction, no invitation, and we're just dropped in a group and expected to buy something. This is not a good way to do business. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you never just add people to a group or an event, that you always invite people, and a personal message goes a long way. So for online parties, I would recommend that you have a maximum of 50 or 60 people on the invite list. This keeps it from feeling like just a big cattle call, and keeps it a little bit more intimate and special. So whenever you're inviting or whenever you're coaching your hostess on what to say when she invites people, you want to say something like, I found these wonderful Jamberry nails and you are going to love them. I'm having a party. It's going to be so much fun. I've set it for January 20th. Can you come? You want to always ask them, can you come? If they say yes, then ask them to mark it down on their calendar and get their physical address so that you can mail them a reminder card. If they say no, then say, oh, I'm sorry, but I really want you to see the product. Can I send you a catalog? Can I send you a link to my website? Follow up. For mailing the reminder invitations, you want to do that 7 to 10 days before the party. And then cross your fingers that the post office is actually going to get them delivered. Never, ever count on mailing the invitations as the only way to invite people to a party. It's just not reliable as the only invitation. However, it does make a huge difference whenever a guest receives an invitation in the mail, because this world of online everything, most people don't get real mail anymore. So sending a postcard is an excellent idea, and those are available in your back office very, very inexpensively. Do a bulk order with your upline or ladies in your area to make the shipping more affordable. And again, for online parties, it's critical that you send an individual message inviting people to the party. So here is the most crucial thing. It's to call, and I have that in quotes because maybe you're calling, maybe you're texting, maybe you're sending a Facebook message, but every guest that has said that they might come or they will come, call and remind them or text and remind them 24 hours to 48 hours. I recommend 24 hours. 2 days sometimes is too long, especially we all have that friend who would lose her head if it wasn't attached, or maybe you're that person. So you know what I'm talking about. We have good intentions. We want to go. We want to be there. We're looking forward to it, but then something sparkly catches our eye and we completely forget. So it's really important that you remind people about the party. Another tip, especially for your launch party, when you're inviting your friends and family, is to ask them to bring something. Maybe when you call your sister-in-law, you say, hey, would you mind bringing that awesome 7-layer dip that you always make? Gosh, I love it so much. Would you mind bringing that? Well, then they have a job. Or ask them to bring somebody with them. Say, you're always talking about your friend Cheryl, and I have never gotten to meet her. Would you bring her to my Jamberry party? I would really like to get to know her. Then she has a job, and it helps it stick in her mind a little bit better. Now, the other thing is incentives. You can bribe people. It's okay. You can tell your party guests that if they bring a friend, then they and their guests will both get a free gift. If they bring 2 friends, they'll get free shipping. If they wear purple or zebra print or the hostess's favorite color or a pattern that they found in the catalog that reminds them of something in their closet, whatever it is, you can bribe people. This is your business. You can run it the way that you want to. The free gift could be a sheet of accent nails. It could be a little collection of chocolates. It could be a Jamberry logo nail file. It can be anything that you want it to be. It should be in line with what you can afford at this stage in your business, and it should be easy for other people to duplicate. Because remember, you want to bring a friend into the business. You want other people to look at you at your party and go, gosh, this is easy and fun. I want to do that. I want to get paid to have cute nails. So the more simple, and we call it duplicatable, the more duplicatable you are, the better your team building skills are going to be. And it's okay to do one of these things, all of these things, something completely different. It's completely up to you. And you can brainstorm ideas on your team page for things that work for other team members and things that didn't work. Make use of your Facebook groups. They are an excellent resource. Our little Jamily. So, what kind of money are we talking about? Okay, I am pretty sure that you did not join Jamberry for your health. You joined because you wanted to bring in extra income. And again, to our international ladies, I apologize. This is all in US figures. Your sponsor and team manager will be able to share it specific for your market. But at a 30% commission and a 3 to 10% bonus, here is what you could profit in a given month. If you have 2 parties per month and an average party sales of $318, just a little bit lower than our national average, you'll be at a 35% commission level. That means that you're going to profit about $200, so about $25 per hour. That's figuring 4 hours per party. That's pretty good. I don't know any company that pays $25 an hour US. Here in the US, our minimum wage is $7.50. So that's pretty darn good for 8 hours a month. If you really want to shoot for the stars and bring in lots of money, especially right here at Christmas, then what does it look like if you have 40 hours a month or 10 hours a week? Now, this is not 40 hours a week. This is not working full time. This is still working part time. 10 hours a week, 10 parties per month with an average of 4 hours per party. Look at the profit that you are looking at. Over $1,000, nearly $1,200 a month of profit. That's nearly $30 an hour. So really, the sky is the limit. I want you to dream big. I want you to think big. And I want you to stay in constant communication with your sponsor and your team manager and get ideas all the time. Jamberry has brought so many things into so many people's lives. You can just look at the hashtag because of Jamberry and you will be inspired, I promise you. Now, of all of these are all actual things that people have posted. Season passes for a water park, buying a matching Coach purse and wallet, trips to Disney World, a little splash park for the backyard, college tuition, braces paid for. But my very favorite, because of Jamberry, on this entire slide is the upper right-hand corner with the black Mercedes, because that's my because of Jamberry. I love it. I never thought I would drive a Mercedes. Now, it's not brand new, but it was paid for with cash from one of my bonuses. And the sky is really the limit. There are over $34,000 just in promotion bonuses that you can earn with our company. It's really amazing, and I encourage you to just shoot for the stars. So in order to get to those higher levels, you really do need to share the opportunity. And just think about, what do you love about it? You know, I always, when people tell me that it's hard to recruit, or they don't want to talk somebody into joining their team, I ask them what magic words their sponsor used to talk them into joining the team. And they always kind of laugh and go, well, they didn't really talk me into it. I just wanted to. And I say, exactly. So don't be selfish. Share the opportunity. Think about what it is that you love about being a consultant, what drew you to the opportunity, what you're excited about doing with the company, and then share that with other people. Whenever you build a team with Jamberry, it unlocks the 4 additional ways to get paid. So we've already talked about the first one, which is the personal retail sales commission and sales bonus. That's the $25 and nearly $30 an hour that you could earn. Whenever you build a team, you are able to earn overrides on what your team members sell. You get fast start rewards and fast start bonuses for what your team does, and you get advancement bonuses and matching bonuses. Now, I've left off the 5th one here because it's part of the second page of the the Jamberry compensation plan chart, you probably have seen the first page that goes from consultant to team manager. That's not all there is. There's a whole nother page that goes up to elite executive. And the fifth way, the generational overrides, are part of that second page. So it's really amazing. And I want to encourage you that it's okay that you don't know everything there is to know. That's why we are here. That's why I'm doing this training. That's why you have a sponsor, an upline team manager, upline executives, your team pages. You are just surrounded by support everywhere you look, everywhere you turn. You've got your workstation, and these are all the same resources that your friends are going to have whenever they come into the business as well. Training is very much a group effort. So don't wait to share this opportunity. In fact, statistics tell us that you both are going to be more successful whenever you come into the business together. So, think of it. Who is that one crazy friend that you have that will just do anything with you? Call her and say, hey, I've got a crazy idea. Let's do this together. At the very least, identify 3 people that you want to talk to about the Jamberry business. Share the names of those people with your sponsor or team manager and figure out a way to reach out to them and see if they would like to have more information about the opportunity. So here are the basic rules for quote unquote recruiting. I don't like to use that word because I really feel like it's more sharing the opportunity, bringing friends to the business, growing your Jamily. However, this is the verbiage that we have in this business and in our compensation plan. So the basic rules for recruiting are that you always invite people to join you. Never prejudge. Don't look at someone and think, well, she's got everything. She doesn't need the money, or she doesn't have the time to do this. Just don't prejudge. Always just invite. If they say no, they say no. It's no big deal. They said no to an opportunity. They didn't say no to you. I encourage you at every party. Actually, I won't encourage you. I will tell you. This is, you can even say, I had to do it because Noelle said so. Do the recruiting talk no matter what. Even if you're nervous, even if there's that one lady sitting there with her arms crossed, rolling her eyes, who has, said she doesn't like this and she doesn't like that, don't let her rule your party. Do the recruiting talk no matter what. And the thing is here, you're not looking for recruits. You're looking for leads. So you're not going to sign people up on the spot. You're just looking for people who are interested in learning more about the opportunity. So it's no pressure for either one of you. The reason that you share the opportunity with people is, we have gifts to give people. If you think about it this way, rather than I need to add a team member to my team, if you think about it as sharing gifts with people, then it's much easier to do. We have these things to offer to people. Financial freedom. When I joined 3.5, nearly 4 years ago, I didn't need the money, but then my husband lost his job, his 6-figure job, and our family really needed additional income. Well, now I'm the one with a 6-figure income and a black Mercedes. So there's a huge opportunity for financial freedom. Flexibility of time is a huge benefit. 92% of people in direct sales also work full time, but they need extra money. Well, we talked about that $25 an hour. You can't get a second job earning $25 an hour. Direct sales is an excellent way for people who work full time to supplement their income. Also, for stay-at-home moms, this is an excellent business to work with your kids in your lap. You can take them with you to your parties. You can build your business right around your family. College students, hello, this is a built-in market for ladies who are in college. It's an excellent price point. They're meeting lots of new women all the time. And then another market that is often overlooked are our seniors, are those who are approaching retirement or who are already retired. Um, this is something that they can do and bring in that additional income and do it on their time and still be able to spend time with their grandkids or go on those 3-week vacations or whatever it is that people want to do. Our company, our model offers flexibility of time. One of my favorite things about what our company offers are friendships. My very best friends are mostly Jamberry girls, and I love it. There's nothing like getting together with girlfriends, meeting new people. I have met so many amazing people. Just even my hostesses and my customers have become friends. So maybe, there are people that need to meet new people. The recognition is amazing. I mean, none of us get enough pats on the back for the things that we do every day. I was a stay-at-home mom, and nobody says, "Hey, you did a great job keeping the kids alive today. Way to go changing that diaper. I noticed that you swept the kitchen floor. There aren't any Cheerios." You don't get the pats on the back. But with Jamberry, you do. You're going to get shout outs from your upline. You're going to get cheered on by your team members. So this is a gift that we have to give. And the number one gift that you will see as you go along is the personal growth and the self-esteem and self-confidence that you gain from knowing that you have taken control of your life. You're making progress forward, that you are working through learning and growing and sharing things with other people and doing things for your family that you weren't able to do before. There's a huge, huge amount of self-growth and self-confidence that comes from that. So these are things that you have to offer people. So you should never, ever feel guilty about sharing the opportunity. It is amazing. What you want to do is share just information packets with people. And that means that you've got to prepare these and have them to take with you. You want to keep them really simple. Your job is just to create interest. So what I do, I've got a copy here. I take the host join brochure and I write your name here where it says consultant. That's just another visual clue that, hey, I could be a consultant. I staple my business card and maybe a sheet of accent nails and samples to the back of the brochure. And that's what I give as my interest packet, my information packet. Some people do them up really fun and put a lot more effort into them. My goal is always to give away 4 or 5 at every party. And if you're doing 10 parties a month, that's 40 or 50 a month. I don't have time to make them super cute for 40 or 50 a month. And this also keeps it duplicatable. Then you want to take them with you wherever you go. Keep them in your car, in your purse, in your diaper bag, in your briefcase. Always have them ready. So when people say, "What do?" You say, "I have the most amazing job. Let me tell you about it." So at your launch party and in every party thereafter, you want to use a door prize slip to collect information. Now, I always do this at the end, and I recommend that you do it at the end as well. If you do this at the beginning of your party, people are going to click no, they're going to check no on all of the questions because they don't know yet that it's fun and easy to have a party or be a consultant. So at the end of the party or towards the end of the party and presentation, you want to walk them through it. And so this is where the recruiting talk that you must not skip comes in. So as you're walking people through it, you're going to say, "Hey, the next question on your door prize slip is number 2. So this is going to be an exciting question for some of you. Maybe your job isn't very fun and you'd like to make some extra money. And you've been watching tonight and you see that my job is fun and easy. But you can just only imagine what it would be like to have a girls' night out and to get paid to have fun and to get paid to have cute nails. So if you're looking for something that is easy to do, fun to do, less stress, or extra money, then be sure to ask me for an information packet to take home and look at. On average, I make about $120 for a few hours of work. So if you want an information packet to find out more, just please check yes on number 2. When you've filled out your slips, pass them to your hostess, and we're going to have a door prize drawing. Now I'm going to let each of you pick out some wraps to try on. That's as easy as it is. 30 seconds, and maybe the people in the room are not interested, but statistically speaking, half of the people sitting in that living room or kitchen would consider doing what you do. And if you don't ask, if you don't offer, then you'll never know. You have no idea what happened in that lady's house or car on the way over. She could have just gotten news that her husband was going to be laid off. She might have just been asked by her son if he could go to baseball camp, and it was going to be $300. And she doesn't want to tell him no, but she has no idea where that money's going to come from. Maybe her washing machine just broke, and her husband said, "Don't you dare spend any money. We have to have every extra bit to pay to have the washing machine fixed." You have no idea what happened before she came to that party. You could have just the gift that she needs for her life. So don't ever skip this part. I promise you, it is worth it. Even if you're nervous, do it anyway. I like to say, feel the fear and do it anyway, or do it scared. It's okay to be scared, just do it. So whenever you give them that information packet, here's some rules for how to behave, okay? You give them the packet and tell them you'll follow up in a few days. So you're going to say, "Oh, I see you checked number 2. Here's your interest packet or your information packet. A little something for you to look over. I would like to call you on Tuesday or Wednesday to see if you have any questions. Which day would be better for you?" Okay, Tuesday is 10 in the morning, okay? Awesome. I'll call you Tuesday at 10. Write it down and then add it to your calendar and phone. Write it down on her host packet if she's booked a party. Schedule the party date. It can be her launch party, but don't say that. And then walk away. Do not give her a ton of information. Don't go over the compensation plan. We call it vomiting Jamberry purple, and we have all done it. So if you've already done this, don't feel bad. You're in good company. I've done it. And so what that looks like is somebody says, I think I might like to join. And you say, "Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I would love to have you on my team. In fact, that's the last thing I need for my Fast Start. And so if you join, I will get my Fast Start. So I'm going to get $75 in product credit. And then whenever you get your Fast Start and you get somebody to join, then you're going to get $75 in product credit. And it's so much fun. And you're going to love my upline. She's awesome. And our team page, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And you're going to earn, like, I got $120 for what I did tonight. And you just blah, 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 blah. And she's going to be like backing away slowly, thinking this is a crazy, crazy Jamberry lady. And all the people standing around who were thinking about checking number 2 are now going to scratch it off because they do not want you to know that they were interested. So whenever you give her the information packet, set that time for follow-up, set up the time for that party, and then walk away. And then you're going to get those other people who were looking to see how it went who go, "Oh, you know what? I think I'd like one of those information packets too." So this is the end of our prepared training. The last thing I would like to do is just share with you some resources. What do you do when you have a question? The number one resource is your dashboard. Your workstation. We kind of use that interchangeably. Whenever you log into your Jamberry website, that is your workstation or your dashboard. That's the first place that you should look for information. On that dashboard, you're going to find the Jamberry University. There's new consultant training, product training, how to use the workstation, how to use social media, how to get started in your business. Theoretically, someone could sign up, go through Jamberry University, and be a successful consultant without ever talking to anybody else. However, we don't want that to be your experience. So the next place to go is your team page. You can search in a group for a keyword. Say maybe you want more information about launch parties. Just type in launch and it's going to bring up all of the posts. You can look at the files and see what other people have uploaded. If you can't find what you're looking for there, talk to your sponsor. Even if she's only been in the company a week or 2 weeks longer than you, chances are she's had the same question and she might know the answer. If she doesn't, talk with your team manager. She has definitely been in longer and will know the answer or know how to find it. And ultimately, you know, whenever you come across something that is a puzzle to a team manager, then that's the best time to contact customer support. I don't recommend that you contact customer support first because then you're not finding out how to find information. Whenever you find, and I'm a former homeschool mom, so I really believe in education. Whenever you find information for yourself, you own that knowledge and you're more likely to remember it next time and be able to help somebody else with it the following time. So this is kind of the pattern that I would like for you to follow, is to try to find it on your own first and then crowdsource it. You know, go to your team page, search, type in a question. Most of the time, at least in my team page, team members jump in and there will be 5 or 6 responses to a new person's question before I even get a chance to see the question. And 9 times out of 10, it's completely accurate, amazing information. And the new consultant is taken care of before I had a chance to even jump in. So really make use of your team pages. So I hope that you have enjoyed this training. We've got about 10 minutes left of our scheduled time. I'm going to go over to see if we have any questions. All right, got some people got no questions. I'm sorry if you're seeing all of my screens here. I should have stopped sharing. Okay, well, it looks like we are good to go. So I'm going to close out the presentation, and thank you so much for joining me. I apologize for my appearance. I didn't expect to be broadcasting on video tonight, or I would have spruced up a little bit. But thanks so much for your time. I'm looking forward to getting to know a lot of you more personally in our group pages. And I cannot wait to see your Because of Jamberry stories. And I really hope that you'll share them with us. Thanks so much, ladies. Bye-bye.